Hello. I got a fun little update, but first you're gonna need a little bit of a background here. All right. Um, in 2008, I met a Filipino girl in the Philippines. Well, I was in the United States, but became friends with her, and she became determined that I needed a woman to take care of me, because that's how Filipinos are, I guess. Um, so she decided that she was going to set me up with her cousin, right? Cute, very, very cute. A very, very cute girl. Uh, 2009, I was going to Iraq. I was going to deploy. So I was going to, I made plans to visit her during my leave. And, I'd never met the girl before. And so we talked through Skype and would talk online and everything. And, there's some cultural differences. But, well, a couple weeks before I was scheduled to come and visit her, her father, who was a journalist, was one of the victims of the Amputuan massacre in the Philippines. Which what it was, if you don't know what it was, in I think late November of 2009, a bunch of Filipino journalists were accompanying the paperwork for a political candidate in the Philippines, of course, and some bad guys, some extreme members of the opposition party, ambushed them and tortured and killed them all. Well, her father was one of the journalists that was killed, and I mean admittedly, it destroyed her. Like I've had close people, very very close people to me, killed, and I know how it is. So of course, everything was already planned. So I came. I didn't really have much of a choice in that. I did the best job that I could to be the best boyfriend that I could, or even just best person that I could. I tried to be very understanding. I didn't want to take advantage of her. Admittedly, she was kind of cold, but I figured, her father was just murdered. That's understandable. So we never really get that intimate or anything, and I head back to Iraq. And while I'm in Iraq, she just starts acting a little strange, I figure, mourning process, whatever. Well, around the time that I am redeploying to the United States, this was about June, she just starts acting really weird. Really, really, really weird. Really weird. Like, weird to the point where she completely alienated me. And our relationship just kind of like fell apart after that. Well, fast forward to a little bit ago. I find that, well, I'm friends with her cousins and her sister on Facebook, as well as her, but she never really would go on Facebook that much. And I see this update on her sister's Facebook page with her and some little baby tagged. Yeah, turns out the reason that she was acting so weird when I was redeploying was because she was sleeping with some guy and she'd gotten pregnant, which is normal and like common within American culture, but within Filipino culture, that's scandal. That's beyond scandal. Well, maybe not so much beyond scandal, but like not really something that's as accepted as it is here. Um, and she messaged me the other day. She'll send me these messages like, "Oh, I miss you. I miss talking to you," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "You cheated on me. One, you've never, flat out admitted that you cheated on me. Um, that's kind of a big deal. Like, if you're gonna cheat on someone, at least acknowledge the fact. Babies don't just sprout out of nothing. It just doesn't happen that way. I mean, there's an exchange there that takes place. And before you say it, there's no way in hell that thing's mine. The child is mine. No way. Primarily because we didn't have sex. Yeah, I think that's part of what makes me more bitter about it, because the whole time she goes, "Oh, I'm a provincial girl, I'm a virgin, and I'm being the culturally aware person that I am, I didn't want to push it. I also didn't want to be a creep and be like, hey, I just came 9,000 miles, take off your pants." No, I'm not like that. That's not me. Um, so, so I come to find out yesterday that she actually does have a wedding date. I was like, oh, that's good, I suppose. Well, she invited me, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do. On the one hand, I want I want her to be happy. But on the other hand, I'm kind of a spiteful bastard, and you know, part of me wants to go and tell her to fuck off. Um, and I know that's probably not a good thing to do. I mean, it would make me feel awesome, but um, I'm friends with the rest of her family. I don't understand. The rest of her family are really really cool people. Like, I've been friends with her cousin for years. Um, I'm I'm pretty good terms with her sister. Like, every actually most of her cousins have at one point in time apologized to me for the way that she treated me and the way that things happened. Um, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if well, for starters, it's not worth the cost of the plane ticket. It isn't. But when she's having it is when I should be in that part of the world. She's having it in September, and depending on when it is in September, I'll either be just about just about arriving in China, or already be there. So it wouldn't be nearly as expensive as like a flight from here. A flight from here is like $2,500 round trip. Screw that. I'm not going to do that for the wedding of a girl that I don't even really like. So I can tell her to fuck off. And in fact, yesterday, after she said, I'm getting married, and she invited me, and I'm like, whatever. Well, a couple hours later, she messages me, "Oh, I miss you saying hun, and I miss saying it, and I miss talking to you." And I'm like, "You're getting married, girl. You have a kid with this dude. You need to stop. You need to stop. If this seems like it's rambling and just whatever, this is a fucking rant, okay? And I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Nobody watches this shit anyway. So fuck you if you're gonna fucking judge me on this. Suck a dick." Yes, I said it. I really don't care. Nobody's gonna watch this except for me anyway. Um, but like, half of me does. Half of me wants to show up, break this guy's face, and just fucking leave. I could never do that though, because I mean, for one, it's very very far away, and don't want to take the risk of being arrested in the Philippines because that's just a bad day and a half. And spending that much money to go and beat someone up isn't worth it. It's not. It's really not. Maybe I can just live with being secure in the knowledge that I'm actually a good person. I actually have never done something so fucking horrible as that. Fucking horrible. For starters, if you're gonna cheat on someone, don't cheat on them when they're at war. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. I hate people sometimes. I really do. And I'm gonna have to stop because otherwise I'm gonna be ranting on this fucking thing for like 20 minutes. I'm already at 11. So, that's that. And I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe when I calm down. Calm down.